Hello, everybody. Welcome to Calf Kick MMA Podcast. I'm Jamie. This is Creole. This is the podcast where it was going to happen anyway. So we're recording it now. We're going to talk about it. A couple of pals talking MMA. You ready, Creole? Talk some MMA?
Hello.
That means yes. So last night was UFC 260 Ngannou versus Stipe Miocic. And boy, did this card live up to the hype. It had fireworks all over the place. Crazy card, really good card. What'd you think? Initial thoughts?
This was probably the best card of the year so far.
I think I'd agree. It was
Yeah.
really good card.
I enjoyed everything. The prelims were good. And the main card was good. I was very impressed. It seemed like Dana White put a little shoebox money in everybody's shoe boxes in the locker room and was like, go out there and fight.
Go out there and get it done. Even losing our co-main event with Ortega and what's his name? Why isn't it in the description? Ortega and Volkanovski.
Yeah.
Even losing the co-main event, like we said in the preview show, this was still going to be a good card, and we were right. Still a fantastic card. 4 KOs. We had a fight of the night with Tyron Woodley versus Vicente Luque, and 2 performances of the night with Francis Ngannou and Sean O'Malley. So let's get straight into it. The big time main event. We have a new heavyweight champion, just like we picked in our preview show. Francis Ngannou KOs the all-time great of Stipe Miocic in round 2, 52 seconds. What'd you think, Creole?
Francis Ngannou, Francis being calm is a scary sight.
Yep. Cool, calm, and collected. Just like just like we were saying, as long as he stays cool, calm, and collected, he just has to get that one shot. What'd you think about his improved wrestling?
When he stuffed that takedown from Stipe, I was like, oh my God, what is going on? And I was like, when he stuffed that takedown, I was like, Stipe's losing this fight. Like 100% that cemented for me. He was gonna lose a fight.
Right.
He stuffed that takedown, and I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, Stipe would have had to put on the performance of his life. He would have had to put combos together into takedowns. I can't quite remember if he try and put a combo together before that takedown. I don't really remember.
I don't think so.
It seemed like he was gun shy and just wanted to get it to the ground. And Francis, that he had 3 years, working on 4 years to prepare for this fight. And he's finished. People were talking that we couldn't tell how much he has improved because he was just finishing guys so fast. But clearly, from the confidence of his improved wrestling, he took out Cain Velasquez. And without that confidence, he may have not taken out Cain Velasquez that fast. But that is a big statement, knocking out him. And now knocking out Miocic and defending a takedown or 2 shows that he's learned enough where his size now carries him to be able to defend these takedowns.
Francis do a scary head kick.
He came with a complete game: boxing, kicking, wrestling, defense. What DC tell him? No offensive. You're a defensive wrestler. No offense. Mm-hmm. Something like that.
You could tell also it super helped that Usman was in his corner.
Right.
It really helped. You could definitely tell.
Yep, giving another champion in his corner, giving him the right advice in the corner. Being a wrestler of Usman's level, helping Francis, big time advantage for the champ, and which has led him to a championship. What else you got for this fight? I mean, it's pretty straightforward. He starts to take down, has improved wrestling, knocks Stipe out.
So when they were in the, I can't remember if he took him down, but he had Stipe like up against the cage, and he was just assaulting Stipe.
Landing huge shots.
Yeah, and Stipe recovered the first wave, and I was like, oh, going like the same fight did 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. He recovered, and then it happened again, and he just got folded. It was shades of how when somebody knocked out I think it was Czech Congo, who knocked out Pat Barry.
Hmm.
The way Pat Barry folded, and it was the
Oh
same
yeah,
way.
yeah.
It was the
Where
same
his
way.
knee bends and he kind of falls like a tree. Yeah,
Yeah, it was also the
yeah.
same way Gabriel Gonzaga like head kicked Mirko.
Yeah, that
And
was a bad one. He looked like he blew out everything in his knee. All his weight came down on his knee. But you know what? This knockout reminded me of
mm,
when Stipe won the belt from Werdum. Remember, Stipe rocks Werdum, and then Werdum just runs at him.
yeah,
Francis landed that punch against Miocic, and Stipe wanted to return the favor really quickly and ran straight right into, was a straight left, straight right, one of them two, but folded him up, buzzed
yes,
him up real quick.
it was great. During the post fight, Dana
Yeah.
White came out there and was pretty much yeah, Dana White was pretty much like, yeah, he's really happy Francis won.
Mm-hmm.
He came out there and was pretty much like, I don't hate Stipe. We have a really weird relationship, but I don't hate Stipe.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be back if he wants to. Just it was very weird because it seemed like he just wanted to move on from Stipe.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Stipe just wasn't the superstar they wanted him to be. Francis is going to be a superstar, big time,
Francis
especially
wants
if
to
he can put together a win streak.
to fight in at July or
Mm-hmm.
August.
Yeah, the big July
Um,
card. Yeah.
so like we said yesterday, the the next person to fight is probably going to be John Jones.
Probably John Jones. Yep. I've definitely changed my
Um,
opinion. I do not think it's going to be John Jones. I think we see Ngannou, Derek Lewis, July 4th card.
so yeah, that like they was like, does that fight make sense? One of the interviewers asked Dana White, like, does that fight make sense? And Dana White immediately said, the fight that makes sense is Derek Lewis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dang it sounds like the negotiation for John Jones coming to heavyweight is not going well at all. So I think
So
we're going to see Derek Lewis and Ngannou before Jones and Ngannou.
so funny thing about that was John Jones, Dana White was like they were having like a back and forth doing the
Well, I went and read it. John Jones' Twitter fingers were tweeting it up, man.
yeah.
I bet they caught his phone on fire. He was tweeting so fast.
Dana White said if he was John Jones and he saw what happened on TV, John Jones should be looking at 185.
Which is pretty funny. But I mean, you're talking about the all-time great John Jones.
It's gonna
Crazier than anything. If
it's
there's
gonna
one
be
man who can beat Francis, it's John Jones. He has
yeah.
more than a complete game with kicks, takedowns, and not just regular, high school, college wrestling like old Stipe. He's gonna trip. He's gonna kick your ankle, sweep you, anything, any way you can get taken down. John Jones is gonna get you to the ground, and his submission game's on point. If there's anybody can do it, it's John. But Francis looks like an unstoppable, machine in there.
I was talking about it last night. So John Jones, Derek Lewis, who else?
That's it.
Yeah, like I don't see anybody that can beat that Francis Ngannou that we saw last night.
That's it. The power of Derek Lewis. He has to hit him though first before Ngannou hits him. We could be involved in another 5 round. They walk around each other very carefully, tiptoeing. John Jones with a complete MMA game, and no one else. There's no one right now who could even think about challenging Ngannou.
Also
Stipe trilogy. I guess you could throw Stipe back in there to get sacrificed to
so
to his retirement, but that's it.
So Francis actually had talked about Stipe, and he was like, if Stipe wants to run it back, not immediately, but he was like, I don't mind fighting him in the future again. So I really see Stipe waiting like a year.
Did Stipe went straight to the hospital, right? He didn't talk at all yet.
No, he didn't talk at all.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what Stipe is going to do if he doesn't want to retire. I could easily see it's going to be Derek Lewis, Ngannou, Jones, Stipe.
And that was the only reason I like if Stipe were to win, that's the fight I wanted to see.
Yeah,
It was
that I
Stipe
think
and John
I would have
Jones.
ran Stipe Jones before doing this fight. Before getting Ngannou to the belt, I would have did the big who's the greatest of all. The marketing team would have took all.
Mhm.
Been a huge fight, but and I would have got let's just say Jones wins, and then now Jones the champion, and now he's got to fight this monster in Ngannou. I would have definitely ran that fight before getting Ngannou a title shot.
Just yeah.
But I think we're gonna see Ngannou Lewis for sure. It just doesn't sound like Dana's gonna throw any more money at John Jones. I think he knows Ngannou's the big meal ticket right now, and I think he's gonna try and get Ngannou another win for get him on kind of a winning streak with the belt, pump him up a little more before getting him to Jones. I think they're saving Jones for the Madison Square Garden card at the end of the year. I think Jones will have to fight either Stipe if he doesn't retire or that Surreal Gone guy.
Yeah.
I think just someone for Jones to beat pretty much. But Stipe still be a good fight. I'm not saying he easily walks through Stipe. I'm just saying they're gonna change lanes. I think from the way Dana was just refusing to play the John Jones game last night in the press conference. Well, that's about all we can talk about this fight. What you think?
Yeah, we can go to the co-main event, which was
Vicente Luque versus T Wood Tyrone Woodley. Tyrone Woodley left it all on the line. He went out like a warrior on his shield, left it all in the octagon. Vicente Luque's the real deal. Rocked him and then submitted him, which is very impressive with the Barbo choke at one first round. Go.
They were calling it the Vaughn flu choke.
No, that wasn't that one. That was a prelim.
Oh no, yeah.
They were calling it they thought it was a Darce choke.
Yeah.
Darce choke.
Yeah, it was
Barbo
Darce.
Choke
Yeah.
type of choke. Yeah.
Willie came out the gate swinging and banging,
Swinging.
but which I was like, and that's the first time Twitter was like praising him super hard,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, if he would have fought like that while he had the title, like we would have loved him. But I was also
he
like,
wouldn't have the title very long.
No, like
no, you can't fight like that. That was a a dog back into the corner type of way he was fighting, but respect to him because he went out swinging, but he just still didn't look like he had the confidence. He's just swinging wildly. It was pretty sloppy. He did hurt Luque, but you hit as hard as Tyron Woodley, you just have to glance somebody. But you're not gonna. That's a 50-50 way of fighting.
Yeah, and it was like, well, he couldn't have fought like that. He fought Stephen Wonderboy twice and Damian Maia. Like you can't fight like that.
Him up. So what do you think's next for Mr. Tyrone Woodley and Mr. Luque?
Well, Luque wants the Wonderboy rematch.
Yeah.
He said he'll wait for he said if he can't get like a top contender, then he said he'll sit out and wait for Diaz. He really wants that Diaz fight.
He ain't getting Diaz.
No. But top contender, or he wants the Wonderboy fight. That's it. Tyron Woodley. I guess that $50,000 was probably a severance package.
Yep, you are definitely right. They are going to cut him. There's no way they're giving him another fight. Hopefully he retires. I don't want to see him go to Bellator or anything else.
I was thinking that last night. He might go to Bellator since him and Scott Coker actually.
Scott Coker, yep.
They do have a great relationship, and that's how Tyron Woodley started his career in Strikeforce.
He got big. Strikeforce. Scott Coker. Scott, was marketing him heavily. He became he didn't become the champ in Strikeforce. Nate Marquardt knocked him out, and he never got that belt, but he almost got the belt in Strikeforce. That's where he became a star, and then came over to UFC and achieved his championship desires. So I hope he retires. He just doesn't look the same. Doesn't look like he even wants to fight anymore. That was some desperation punches. I didn't see that fire in him or the old Tyron Woodley. He was trying to be the old Tyron Woodley. He just doesn't have it anymore, in my opinion. And Luque, I don't know who he should fight next either. Who's a top welterweight? Gilbert Burns. Let's see him. match him up pretty high with like Gilbert Burns.
Mhm.
Leon should fight Covington, and then we have the championship fight with Masvidal Usman. I think we had I don't know.
He did say, I believe he did say Leon Edwards' name.
He ain't getting Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards either fighting Covington or a title shot after Masvidal. I think he's gonna fight Covington.
That'd be a good fight.
Yeah, I think that's the number one contender fight. This fight needs to be made. That's pretty much all I got for this fight. How about you?
Yeah. The third card was the third fight in the the main card was Sean O'Malley versus Thomas Almeida, and I really enjoyed this fight. I'm not the biggest Sean O'Malley fan, so I was really rooting for Almeida, especially since I found out he's from Shooter Box.
Yep. That's pretty fun. That's a name. Used to be legendary, but turned out they kind of left them, too much of themselves in the gym all the time.
Yeah.
Kind of seems to be what happened to Almeida as well. Seems like he's a walking man with no soul anymore. Sometimes those guys leave it all on the line over there at Shoot the Box. But fun seeing a fighter come from that in this era.
In round one, Malley with a head kick that surprised everyone that Almeida didn't go out.
Yeah.
Almeida somehow makes to the second round, but Malley gets the first.
Mm-hmm.
Round two, Sean O'Malley started to look a little tired and slow down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But he still won the round. Almeida started to look good around the ending of the second round, but it was way too late and super late in the third with a KO by Malley. But good God, how adorable is Almeida? Almeida took a beating, but he was still game.
Yeah.
he was still very game. It was great. I enjoyed the piss out of that fight.
Yeah, really good fight. O'Malley, I think what happened, you said he's starting to get tired. I think he had a big adrenaline dump because he tried to hit one walk-off KO. He really wanted that viral knockout. He's got to stop chasing these things. He could have got a first-round finish, easily turned around and fought someone else pretty fast. But he's just looking for that viral. This is what are they called? Gen Z. I think Sean O'Malley is one of the first Gen Z fighters that we're seeing, where they just want that viral. They want the crazy hair. They got tattoos everywhere. So cocky. Gets finished in his last fight. Says that was a freak injury, even though it was a legitimate leg calf kick finish. But yeah, he still looked good though. Sean O'Malley's hard to to go against.
They talked about they threw out a stat, I think it was John Anik, that said 47% of Sean O'Malley's fights have ended with some like weird injury or something. So he's injury prone.
He's injury prone, yeah. But that's not what that last fight was. That was a legitimate kick.
Yeah.
And a TKO finish. But yeah, he needs to build on his frame. We might see him move up weight class as he gets older. He's just a tall kid, and he's been putting on the pounds, since his Contender Series fight. Then like his first injury in UFC, came back a lot beefier, and he's got power everywhere, kicks, punches. He drops him, and late in the third, and then just hits him with Thor's hammer, rains the pain on him, and just puts Almeida out cold. And then after that, Almeida still somehow gets up, for the award, whatever it's called.
Yeah, the
winner's announcement. Yeah,
yeah.
The decision. Somehow Almeida just makes his way to his feet to be there for that, and hugs O'Malley and stuff. I'm like, dude, how are you alive?
Did you notice
twice that fight?
Did you notice Sean O'Malley kept like?
Yes, I thought that was the dumbest thing. I don't know what that is. I don't know what he's trying to accomplish with that. I think he's trying to like this, and maybe Almeida sees like the back of his head and kind of charges him. He's trying to get him to come in. It didn't work at all.
I feel like he was like looking for like a no look KO.
Yeah, that too. I'm telling you, he was looking for a viral finish. He still got it. That hammer fist or that punch to end it straight to the skull of Almeida is definitely viral worthy. But he's weird. O'Malley's just a weird dude, man. He's a
I
good
didn't
fighter
know.
though.
I didn't know that he was like he's like the first big fighter that came from the Dana White Contender Series.
Mm-hmm.
He's from season 1, week 2.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how many seasons they had. They've had quite a couple of them now,
Yeah,
but
because Snoop Dogg was only there for like the first season, I think.
mm,
Yeah, he wasn't there very long, and he was there for the O'Malley KO, which propelled him into stardom. But look, whatever this is, ain't gonna work against the top 5 of the division. You might his flashiness. He's gonna have to tighten some stuff up, or that's letting a Cody Garbrandt, letting a TJ Dillashaw, those top 5 guys, Rob Font, who's Dillashaw fighting, Sandahagen.
yeah,
If you drop them and let them get back up, you're probably not gonna have the same outcome like you have with Mr. Almeida. They're gonna come back and they're gonna put it on you.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's all I got for O'Malley. Impressive performance, but he's got to work some stuff out. He's got to fight a little smarter. Stop
Yeah.
looking for viral KOs. Better finish your opponents from now on, because his next fight's going to be a big, a bigger name, better fighter than Mr. Almeida here. So we had a women's flyweight fight with Miranda Maverick and Jillian Robertson. Did you take away anything out of this fight? Miranda, pretty impressive.
Round 1 though, these two came out to scrap. Maverick just a little bit faster to win the round.
Mm-hmm.
Round 2, nice ending for Maverick at the end of round 2, but Robertson should have got that round by grappling almost the whole round. I think it was 4 minutes of control time.
Mm-hmm.
Which the ending of this, I thought Robertson won the second round.
Yeah, I did too.
But if you remember, it was like the last 20 or last 10 seconds. I guess the judges gave it to Maverick because she stole the round. She
did.
had blitzed.
Everyone but one judge looks like they gave that second round to Jillian.
Yeah, it was. I was like, man, you can still round that easy. But I guess to the judges, they felt like she wasn't doing anything on the ground, but she was moving positions. Like she was in all the positions.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't understand that. But Maverick. So after getting taken down for 4 minutes and being out grappled, Maverick mauled Robinson in the third, and it should have been enough for a victory for Maverick. But great fight for the ladies, and it was unanimous decision. Yep. Maverick won all 3 rounds. Yep. It was really impressive fight. It was 20 Mavericks 23 and Robinson's 25. So
yeah, that's pretty crazy. 23. So she's gonna get better as time moves on, and she's pretty good right now. She's gonna move into the top 10 territory pretty quickly, and probably gonna develop a hype train as she does it. Who you want to see her fight next?
115, 125?
15. No, 25.
25?
She's in the Shevchenko division.
Yeah, she has a plethora of fighters. Like most of the females in 125. So yeah, she has a lot of fighters. She can just get
I don't know 10 through 15. That was a trick question. I was trying to see if you knew any of them flyweight fighters. But
she just needs a little bit more power in her hands, because she was outstriking the hell out of Robertson. Just kind of didn't have any power in her.
And she's starting to have trouble cutting weight. It sounded like commentators were hinting like in a few years she might not even be able to make flyweight. She'll probably move up to bantamweight. She seemed pretty stocky, and she's only 23, so weight's going to come on as you get older, and she might be a bantamweight sooner rather than later rather than sooner. Time will tell, but pretty impressive win. All right. Lightweight fight, Jamie Mullarkey versus Kama Worthy. Very impressive performance by Jamie Mullarkey. Fast KO.
Didn't you tweet, give this man a Wikipedia page?
Give this man a Wikipedia page, and he got it.
Big KO by Jamie Mullarkey. Mullarkey with the quickness. Mullarkey had a place to go and people to see, not wasting no time.
Yep. And that's pretty much all we got. It was his third fight in the UFC. He was actually lost his first 2 fights in the UFC, so not good. But big KO, that's going to keep him around. Do you have anything to say about the prelims? I kind of missed all of them.
Yes. Minifield versus Sharon. Round one, Minifield. It was very.
Oh, I did see this fight. I did see it. Okay.
Yeah, it was very how Tyron Woodley ran at Luke.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty much that, except Minifield capitalized, got a takedown, and went for a Von Flue choke.
Von Flue. What is your opinion on should it be called Von Flue still, or should we change it to Von Prue?
Von Prue sounds good, or just
I
call it
like
the
Von
OSP.
Prue. No, I
Call...
think it should be called Von Prue, and then you're you know, both guys who've done the choke are in the name, Von Flue and Vince St. Preux. So, but the Von Prue choke, I like the way that sounds.
That Minifield became the 4th fighter to win with the Von Flue choke.
Yep.
He was
jacked.
Sharon didn't know what to do when it got down to the ground, and he just moved in. And Minifield said he was really surprised that, like, he was like, "Oh, he's just giving it to me, so I'm going to take it."
Yeah, and this is a guy who just lost OSP, so then turns around and, you know, steals his finish with the Von Prue choke. What'd you think about Khabib's cousin, Abubakar Nurmagomedov? Jared Gooden.
Round 1, good, clean, and crisp boxing by Nurmagomedov. Impressive so far for a Sambo champ.
Yeah, I don't even know why he wanted to box that long, but yep.
And he did the same thing he did in round 2, but Gooden, it was very durable as well. Like, he took a beating. Round 3,
round 2 and 3 are the rounds I missed. I mostly saw the first round.
Round 3, Nurmagomedov gets a quick takedown, but Gooden gets up immediately. Gooden delivers some nasty elbows to Nurmagomedov's head, and in the what is it? In his guard. Nurmagomedov spent most of the round and half guard, where he should get the decision win, and he got it. He won all 3 rounds, unanimous decision, and it was a straight up. It was supposed to be a classic grappler versus striker, but Nurmagomedov was like, "I'm here to box."
He had a complete game. Impressive performance then.
Yeah.
I don't remember pretty much anything from these other 3 fights. Definitely we both missed the early prelim, the one knockout fight down there where he finished someone, who is it? How do you say that? MAB is what I'm going to call him. Defeated Abu Asatar, you know, with 4 seconds left in the round. He TKO'd him. Pretty impressive there. And then we had featherweight Omar Morales, Shane Young, and then Michael skipping that, and Modesta Bukakas. Do you have any comments on any of them?
So yeah, like you said, we missed the first 2 fights, but I caught I saw the whole entire fight for Bukaskis versus Oleg. I'm just gonna call him Oleg.
I don't know. I listened to him say his name. I heard it, but didn't remember.
Yeah, Joe Rogan said his name, and I was like, "What did Joe Rogan just say?" Like, round 1, great round. Both men are game. I got Bukaskis winning that round. Second round, Bukasi with a flurry at the end to win the second. I had Bukasi up 2. Oleg turning up in round 3, but a little too late, and we got a surprise split decision for Oleg. I was completely wrong on that. I thought it was a straight up unanimous decision by Bukaskis, but the judges had it otherwise. I had Bukasi win all 3 rounds, but
yeah.
Joe Rogan said he kind of saw it where it was like Bukaskis was just doing enough to win.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like that Oleg was controlling the center. So it was a really weird, like, I don't know, it was a weird call by the judges. I thought Bukaskis won, but
yep,
it was a great fight.
Yep, that old school Dana White. Don't let it go to the judges. That's it though. That's UFC 260. Heck of a card. We got new heavyweight champion of the world, Francis Ngannou. Big win by Vicente Luque. Sean O'Malley, impressive. Great card. Any final thoughts you want to say about this card?
I'm hopefully, the next card, Darren and Vittori
Yep.
put on a great show because this was a great card, and I think we got 2 weeks of no fights.
I'm
Well,
not sure. I have to look.
I know we don't have a fight next week.
Okay. Well, next week's show is gonna be we're just gonna be yapping it up then about who knows what. But our preview show for UFC Vegas 23, also UFC on ABC2, I believe it's called, was yesterday. Till versus Vittori. That is next Saturday night's fight. This was our reaction show to UFC 260. So go check out yesterday's episode if you want to. You can follow us on the YouTube, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. You can listen to our podcast on Spotify and Anchor Pod. And Rio, plug, what you got? He's on the Twitter.
Yeah, I'm actually on Twitter right now. Yeah, come subscribe to us at Calf Kick MMA Pod on Twitter.
Yep, mostly you'll see Creo every now and then. I might throw out a tweet. I'll start initialing it, JP or something. So you know it's not the Creo, but he mostly takes over the Twitter. Ain't nobody got time for that. I do all this other stuff. And that's it, man. Another pod down, another great fight night. Ready for to see if we see a clear-cut number one contender in the middleweight division with Till and Vittori.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. We'll see you on the next one.
Sweet. Bye. Later.